What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and this is going to be a very, very different kind of video. I kind of want to just talk about Persona 5. Now, this is going to be shocking because obviously this game is 4 years old. 4 years old at this point. Kind of around its birthday. Not exactly, but pretty darn close. So, I played this game when it first came out. In fact, I covered this game on this channel 4 years ago, 2017, when this game came out. Actually, quite a few of the videos did pretty darn good. And I really, that was just my first full... I played Persona 4 Golden. I love Persona 4 Golden, but I didn't play it all the way through, okay? So this one, to me, was going to be... And that was obviously on the PS Vita, one of the greatest systems on planet Earth. And then when it came out for PS4, I was like, all right, this is going to be the first time I jump into it. Jumped into it, really enjoyed it. But as was my life back then, and kind of was up until, I would say, the beginning of last year, so all the way through 2019, I don't beat games. I didn't beat games. Now I do. I am a changed man. I didn't go to therapy or anything, but I am a changed man, and now I do beat these games. So I only played it around 15, 16, 17 hours. I kept that save just to kind of remind me of my failures of that game. And now here we are, and now this is a little different because I'm recording this video pretty early, actually kind of the middle of last week. So right now, I've played around 62 hours of Persona 5. Now, by the time you guys see this video on Monday, honestly, I expect to be 75, maybe a little bit more than 75 hours in. So I'm almost at the end. I want to talk about this game again once I beat it, because I want to do like a review or just an impressions, 4 years later, again, kind of as like a funny joke. So you'll have to let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. I mean, this is very much an experimental video. I don't know if this is going to do good. I don't know if this is going to connect. If you guys do like this one, I probably will still do it anyway. I'll talk about Persona 5 once I beat it, which honestly should be, I mean, I'm trying to go through it as quick, not like rushing through it, but I'm trying to go through it like every single day. I play 3 or 4 hours, or at least I try to play as much as I can. So I hope to beat this game within the next week or week and a half, truly. I'm actually moving in a couple weeks from now, so hopefully I can get it done before I move, because then that's just going to be kind of a big process for me. So I want to get it done within, probably right after Easter is when I want to beat it. But for now, let me just say this. This game is so good. How could me, I don't even know how I did it. I don't even know how and by did it, I mean, how didn't I play this game? Back then I was busy in a different way than I'm busy now. And again, back then I just did not beat games. But this is what happens. This is a life story to me. This is what happens, Alex, when you don't play games all the way through, or you don't even give a game a moderate amount of chance, because this is what can happen. Now, provided 60 hours, I think I've set the new record for myself. So I've played, like I said, since 2020, I've really tried to beat a lot more games. And by the way, it's not like I never beat a game in my life before 2020, but there were few and far between. The Mass Effect games are definitely games that I spent a long time in. Dragon Age is a time. See, Witcher 3 I've never actually beaten. A few of you guys know that story. So, like, single-player games, I feel like this is a record. Now, this game is going to take probably, 80, 90, 100 hours to beat, so that will, like, without a doubt, I think be the longest I've ever spent in a single-player game. Not a multiplayer game. I've played games probably like Rocket League and maybe Dead by Daylight, something like that. I've played actually much longer than that, but for a single-player game, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, those are really some of the only ones. Ni no Kuni, I spent a long time. Horizon, Ghost of Tsushima, I spent, I think, 50 hours in Ghost of Tsushima, and I platinumed that game, so I think I'm right past that. But to me, this is like it's astounding. Every time I save in Persona 5, and I'm like, wow, I'm beating an all-time record. But in terms of how good the game is, it's actually hard to put into words. I know I'm not even addressing what I think about it or how good it is, because it is so hard to talk about. I love it so much. I love these characters to death. They are so well done. You get so much time to do everything in this game. It's obviously a game where you can do multiple things, and all of it's good. It's not like the fighting is awful, and then the daytime stuff, or when you're kind of going around just doing day-to-day life, that's good, or the reverse of that. No, I enjoy hanging out with people. I enjoy the fact that you're always working towards something. I enjoy that when you get to certain points with different people that you're hanging out with, things will happen. You can work jobs and you can do all of this stuff. Some stuff I'll even look on like the network where it says like what other people online have done, right, in the past. And some of the things I've never even, like, take a bath. I've never taken a bath. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean a spa? I don't know, but it doesn't matter because things like that, it's like, holy God, there's so much to do in this game. And then the fighting, again, it's phenomenal. It's hard. It's very hard. And sometimes I'm very under-leveled or underpowered for a specific palace. But my dear Jesus, getting the personas and fusing them and learning and doing it quickly, actually, right? Kind of like looking and saying, okay, well, I know I'm going to use this attack, and just being a strategist in that way. I mean, it's such a phenomenal game. 2017, that was the year of Horizon. That was the year of a couple other games as well. I think this probably would have been my game of the year back then if I actually played it. It may be my game. Right now, I don't like saying this because when I say game of the year, to me, I mean games that released in the calendar year that I'm talking about, okay? That's how I've always stood on it. I don't really agree with people that say that, that it doesn't matter about that if you play a game from 10 years ago right now, that it's your game of the year. I mean, obviously, you're all entitled to your own opinion, but to me, it's like, okay, well, games in 2021. But with that being said, like right now, Hitman 3 is probably my favorite game that released in 2021. But in terms of games in general that I've played this year, this has got to be the best one. Like, this isn't even like in the same stratosphere as the other games. So I can't believe it's taken me this long. I'm almost done. I mean, again, I'll say this to you. I'm 62 hours in. I'm in the casino palace. I just got kicked out. I guess I had to like leave, right? Because you battle the one security guard. You're about to go in the elevator, okay, like up, and then they tell you that you should leave and come back. So that's where I am at the time I'm recording this. Now, again, by the time you guys see this, I think I should be done with the palace. So, I know it takes people 90 to 100 hours to beat this game. I'm at 62, but I feel like I'm kind of closing in on the end. So I don't know if it's going to take me that full time, but maybe I'm missing out on things and maybe there's a whole lot more to go. But I am loving it. I'm actually going to be really sad when I beat it. Now, I know I could play Royal. To be honest with you, I don't really want to, only because I don't have 100 hours to just give away from my life. And that's what this game requires. And if I do Royal, it is a lot of the same, plus even more. It's like 120, 130 hours. So then I'd have to do it again. Maybe I could buy Strikers, Persona 5 Strikers, right? Because that's obviously the same cast. So I don't want to lose these characters. Like even Joker, An, Ryuji, like all Makoto, all of these characters are so insanely good. And I'm going to miss them a lot when I'm done with this game. And then I don't even know what I'm going to do. I guess I probably have to get Strikers so I can keep this going. And it's also, you know what? Last thing I'll say. I'm happy I'm playing it right now only because, it's been 4 years. So Persona 6 is probably 1 to 2 years away. I would honestly imagine we get Persona 6 within the next 2 years, which is exciting because if I would have beaten it back then, which is probably the right thing to do anyway, then I would have had to wait the full 6 years. Instead, now I don't have to wait nearly as long as the smart people and the people that actually enjoyed this game when it released. So, there's a pro-con list for all this stuff. So let me know, guys, in the comments below. Please don't spoil it for me. Please, because my wife, she's a big spoiler kind of girl, okay? She reads and looks up everything before a game comes out, before a movie comes out, so she knows the ending. I have begged on my hands and knees for her to not spoil it for me because I don't want to know who the traitor is. I don't want to know how the game ends, any of that kind of stuff, so don't spoil it, but let me know what you guys think about Persona 5, about maybe where I'm at, how much longer I have, all that stuff. And like I said, if you guys do like this, or even if I just feel like it, even if this video doesn't do all that well, I definitely want to do kind of a review and talk about, like obviously spoilers and stuff about the entire game once I beat it, which honestly should be within another week or two, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turn on. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, I have updates. I've done like weekly updates for Persona 5 over on Twitter. Podcast Now 15 is my Twitter handle. Link for that is in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all on the next video.